This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, starting now. Do you have a presentation to share? No, I don't have a presentation to the department. Okay, I was not asked for that. So, should I continue? Okay. So the activities that we do in our research are related to the development of biomedical sensors and biosensors using optical fiber technologies, which achieve high performance and a great sensitivity and the possibility to be applied in patients, particularly as a diagnostic tool and as a way to help clinicians to assist during interventional procedures and minimally invasive treatments. Regarding to the teaching activities in the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, I have been doing the courses that relate to photonics and to electromagnetics area, where we take the theory of electromagnetic fields and we combine in order to create microwave and photonic devices. So this is a brief introduction to the research part and the areas related to the department. The Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering has several faculties that encompass substantially 4 areas. The areas related to circuits and system, which integrate basically the part that relates to electrical circuits, electrical system, networks of systems, and very large signal integration. The area related to communication and signal processing, which is an important area, particularly considering the current trend in telecommunication, which refers to the development of technologies that are able to communicate wirelessly or in a cable over short and long haul distances. The area related to power system, which are particularly important in today's trend, which refer to the management of power system analysis and the smart grids. And then there is the part related to computer engineering, which relates to the current developments of computer science, computer engineering, big data, and artificial intelligence. So these are the key areas that are covered during the courses that are taken in the bachelor and master programs at Nazarbayev University. So this is a quick overview of the department, which I think is providing a good introduction. Currently, we have students that join our department after the second year, and our department is one of the most preferred by the students, as we have in the order of 50 to 75 students on a year-to-year basis joining our department and taking courses in one of the 4 areas. But the program allows the students to have first the course related to the core part of engineering, which enable the students to get all the math, physics, and design. I'm on sorry, excuse me. And in a later stage, the students are free to select one of the areas, one of the courses, the tracks of the program, and they are taking an increasing amount of courses which are elective courses in the areas of expertise. So they can build up their own degree in accordance to their specialty and the areas that they would like to follow, knowing that the course of engineering are enabling them to take each of the streams of the program without any problem. So this is a quick overview of the program. I see that there are more people online. I hope that I can answer some of the questions that there can be from the floor. Or am I the only one speaking? I see several people online, and maybe I can take some of the questions. Please feel free to turn on the microphone, ask questions, or use the chat to ask specific question. I think this is a good chance for prospective candidate and students to ask direct questions about our programs, so that I can provide with direct information and insider information to what are exactly the programs in terms of education and research that we run at Nazarbayev University in general, and in our department more specifically.
Hello.
Yes.
May I ask a question?
Yes,
could
sure.
you please repeat again what you talked briefly, because I just joined and I.
Yes, sure. So as I said, I did a quick introduction to the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, which is the department that takes basically as a core area the electronic, telecommunication, and computer engineering. The 4 areas that we are developing in our department, in which correspond to the 4 streams the students are choosing in their programs, are circuits and system. So the design of electronic circuit, electronic system, very large network and systems. The area of communication and signal processing, which is the telecommunication area, where the students will study digital telecommunication, long-haul communication, and optical communication, and all the technologies for the data transmission. There is the part related to power system, which basically covers the area of power system analysis, power transmission, and smart grids. And then there is the part related to computer engineering, which mainly covers the area of computer engineering and algorithms, data science and large data, and artificial intelligence. These are the 4 streams that the students are choosing. So the department starts with our first year that is common for the whole School of Engineering and Digital Sciences, which provides the students with the basics in mathematics, physics, among the other disciplines, and programming. And then the students select the department, choosing the specific courses which correspond to the core of our programs, courses that usually corresponds to the main engineering building blocks, such as the electronic circuits, electromagnetics, etc., that corresponds to the fundamentals. And then progressively the students select one of the streams and take elective courses that are developing in this area. So we have at the moment these as a main core of the programs with the 4 streams that are starting together and then becoming a little bit more separated. Then, of course, the students will have their own expertise hands-on, because many of the courses are lab-oriented. And then in the last year, there will be the capstone project, which will run for 2 semesters. And they will prepare the students to work with a group or individually on a specific project that will be discussed with the advisor, and oftentimes leads to the development or to the handling of a research project. So this is something that the students usually appreciate and run for 2 semesters. So do you have other questions?
What are the requirements for these programs?
In which terms? Like in terms of how to get inside, so the admission programs is managed by the School of Engineering and Digital Sciences. So you will find the admission information online, because that's the admission is something that in the first year is managed by the school. When the students are inside the Nazarbayev University and they have selected the School of Engineering, then they will select the preferential department at the end of the first year. Now, that process usually is again managed by the school, and in general, some departments might have a criteria of GPA during the first year in order to be admitted to the department, the preferential department in the second year. So in general, however, the students are choosing their own stream at the end of the first year, and then within each program they are choosing the specific stream at the end of the second year. The admission requirements for our programs, bachelor.
Daniel, sorry, I can ask this, or I can answer for this,
Sure.
if you don't mind. Yeah. Hi, my name is Aida. I'm manager of School of Engineering and Digital Science. So I am responsible for admission process at our school. For Sabina, could you just clarify to which program are you going to apply?
The computer
Masters or
science?
undergraduate? Or I mean, masters or
master,
undergraduate?
yes.
Masters, right?
Masters.
Okay. For master's degree, we need, first of all, your diploma from bachelor degree. Then your GPA should be 2.75 minimum. Then IELTS, it is 6.5 and above. Then 2 letter of recommendations from your professors or from your employer should be. Then 1 motivation letter and your CV. So if your study was 100% in English, so we don't need from you IELTS. We need just like a spravka from your university that your study was in English. So you should provide a transcript and diploma with this confirmation.
May I ask in Russian, sorry?
Yes,
вот смотрите, если вы, вот сейчас же идет как бы, подаешь документы уже сейчас, скоро дедлайн, но еще вы сказали, будет второй набор, и вот там GPA уже должен быть прям 2,75, или он в конце засчитывается, когда уже диплом получаешь?
Вот смотрите, ага. Если вы сейчас подаете все ваши документы, то есть на первый раунд, это у нас до 17 февраля, 16 февраля заканчивается, это бесплатно у нас идет регистрация. Для подачи, во время подачи у вас все документы должны быть готовы уже. Уже GPA у вас должен быть 2,75, IELTS уже готовы, то есть у вас на руках должен быть уже готовый сертификат, понимаете, да? Если у вас к этому времени там GPA не хватает или там сертификат у вас не готов, то лучше подождать. Вообще нужно подождать и подать уже на второй раунд, потому что департамент по приему у вас не примут. Не полные документы, не полный документ у нас не принимается. То есть они у вас не примут, и весь ваш пакет не дойдет до школы.
Хорошо.
Okay, Daniel here. This question from about PhD, right?
Yes, I'm answering.
You already answered
right
here, right? Okay, then
I can answer that by voice. Yes, our school has a PhD program. At the moment, our PhD programs are in the areas that are also covered by each department. So we have a PhD in electronic and computer engineering, we have a PhD in computer science, a PhD in robotics and mechatronics, and there is also a PhD in computer science. So yes, we do have a PhD program, and the admission for the PhD program is also handled by the School of Engineering. So the students will have to do everything online. The deadlines usually are around February, March. So please check the latest version of the admission program online, because the admission is entirely managed online. The student will have to submit their degree. They have to submit the IELTS score, and they have to submit the curriculum history, basically. So they will have to submit their own curriculum and plus the degrees. And after the students apply, the School of Engineering will form the admission committees that will select and shortlist the students. and then they will interview the candidates on a one-to-one interview. So the candidate will be effectively interviewed by the faculty. Once the candidates are selected, the school will propose the offer to the several candidates that will be shortlisted and have passed the selection, depending also on how many positions are open in the specific call, which we will get to know a little bit later on. So please go and apply online. We are going to have PhD programs in the several areas. So there will be a PhD program in electrical and computer engineering, computer science, in robotics and mechatronics, in chemical and material science, in civil engineering, and in mechanical and aerospace engineering. So this is our PhD programs that we are running in the School of Engineering and Digital Sciences. So I see another question that is about the possibility to enter the school from the first year program. Yes, we have several students that have entered the school under the first year program, which is a foundation program, and the possibility to enter these through this program is in general something the school is considering. So the idea is that the students will do the foundation year and then will be admitted to Nazarbayev University after satisfying the condition of the foundation year. That applies also for master degree, in case somebody is interested. We also have the 0-year program, which is a sort of foundation year for master students, and we do have several master students that entered our university through a 0-year program. So I think this is something that yes, we give the possibility according to the regulation of the university. And the foundation year is a university-based program, so it's not a school-based program. So please consider also this into the selection. So I am ready to answer more questions. I see some people online. If you are able to, if you want to ask some questions, please do that in the chat or turn on the microphone and ask directly. So I see. So thanks, Michael, for the answer. Yes, I forgot to tell that we have the director of PhD program in our school, which is Professor Luis Rojas, and you can feel free to contact him regarding to the admission of new PhD students.
Yeah, so Darhan, you can come to school office. This is 3-year 551, the office number. So then we can arrange a special meeting for you with our Professor Luis Rojas. He is the director of PhD program of School of Engineering and Digital Science. Then about somebody is asked about admission from NUFIB with conditional base. So everything will be considered according to Nazarbayev University regulations. So it will seem during the admission process. Now we cannot answer for you for this question. So yeah, guys, ask. Professor is online now, so there is a
yes,
good
please ask. There will be no problem.
possibility for you. Yes.
So I see the question related to the subjects in computer science. I suggest that you ask this question directly to the head of department of computer science.
Yeah, we will have webinar for this later.
Because I'm not sure I can answer directly this question. I can answer the second part of the question about the internship during the studies. In this moment, we are going to have no credits allowed for internship specifically. So the study program that the students are taking is in accordance to the international regulation is 60 credits ECTS for every year. So the students will take usually exams that are 5 credits each to satisfy the 60 credit criteria. However, it is true that most of the students are taking the internship during summertime, and we had students that do that either in companies or in research environments, such as in other universities in Kazakhstan or abroad, as well as in research centers. So we usually, this is something that the students do also for their own personal development. So in general, this is possible. To the best of my knowledge, many students have taken internships in companies during summertime because this is allowed. Actually, it's incentived because it helps students to build their work experience. But they will not receive credits that the school is going to recognize because this is not part of a study program. So they are doing basically under their own personal time and according to their own schedule during the summertime. This is the semester which is free from the, say, from the studies. So is there more questions? Do not be shy, please ask. I see.
And I already write in chat. Yes, I already talked with Luis, who's the chief of PhD program. I just wanted to clarify that that's the PhD program that includes your faculty.
So I am sorry, but I could not hear the audio very well. Can you please repeat the final question?
It's not a question, it's just a clarification that does, especially engineering and computer, sorry, electrical and computer engineering faculty consider a PhD program. And yes, I already received the answer.
So if I understood correctly, the question is about the program in computer engineering. So now I would like to ask to point out one clarification because we have a PhD in computer science and we also have a PhD in electrical and computer engineering, and each of them have their own areas. Their new regulations on the PhD programs will be approved by the Academic Qualification Council soon. But it's important the students select the correct program because there will be at the end of the first year exam that will be a qualification exam, much similar to the PhD programs in the United States, which will have a qualification exam at the end of the first year. So the student will have to select the PhD program, then we'll have to have a first year of courses that are both core and elective and that are in the area of the PhD, particularly the core courses. There will be a first year in which the student will have to take 62 ECTS credits to satisfy the course part of the PhD. And then the student will select during the first year the supervisor and the topic of the PhD. There will be, after 3 semesters, the first research presentation that will constitute the requirement for the student to satisfy with the research plan. So in general, the student will start and during the first year will select topic and supervisor. They can start, of course, with a good idea at the start, and in general, it's a good idea to start contacting now, even before the admission, the potential supervisors, in order to understand not only which projects we are currently doing in the university, but also to understand the specific areas of competence on the supervisor and how each lab is equipped and the funding situation for the duration of the PhD. Then, after selecting the topic, the students will have a viva in which they will present their research, and they are going to defend the first part of their research in front of the supervisor committee and the PhD advisory board. Once that is passed, the student will be free to continue the studies and to go ahead with the PhD until reaching the end of the PhD. Now, the structure will be very similar for all PhD programs done in the School of Engineering. So you can expect a similar structure of the qualification exam, of the research presentation, and the final defense in all the different areas of the school.
Okay, thank you.
So I see that the calendar for the next webinars, which I think can also answer some of the questions. I see a lot of questions are in the area of computer science and computer engineering. I just want to point out one more thing about that distinction, which you might ask. Yes, the two programs are not identical. So the computer engineering in general refers more to the implementation and the practical application of the computer science concept, while in general computer science is considered to be a more fundamental science and basically reflects more on the scientific part of computer science. However, I have to say that our students have taken courses in both areas. So it is possible for students to select elective courses in computer science if the schools are in the electronic engineering part, and the opposite, computer science students can take courses of the computer engineering track. In the new implementation, the students will have the freedom to select the elective courses in a more interdisciplinary view, as well as the programs that the students are taking and their own research areas, including the capstone project for undergraduate students and the master thesis for master students, is often supervised by professors of both areas. So, related to the computer engineering part, I see one question that are the specialties where you can work with a master in computer engineering. I think that there is many areas where you can work into, because as of today, the computer engineering part is substantially in every company, whichever type of company you choose, whether it is an oil and gas company or it is a telecommunication company or it is an electronic company, an aerospace company, the software is substantially eating everything. So the job that you will make in a telecommunication company might be very similar to the one that you will make in an oil and gas company from the engineering perspective. So I would say that this is a very valuable degree to have on the marketplace because the skills that you will have in computer science and the ones that you have for programming, databases, machine learning, and all these areas are extremely important in all these companies. So you do not necessarily go to work for an informatic company, but you can go and substantially work for any of the company that are substantially managing software. So do not think that computer science or computer engineering will restrict. Actually, it's one of the degrees that is more valuable as of today on the marketplace. So electrical engineering, I see one more question related to manufacture or programming. In general, electrical engineering, as indicated by the core areas, mainly relate to, as I've said, computer engineering, circuits and networks, telecommunication, and power engineering. So we have these four core areas. Manufacturing relates mainly to mechanical engineering. So if you are interested in the field of manufacturing, I also do recommend that you follow or contact the Department of Mechanical Engineering and Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. Instead, related to the programming, this is one of the areas of our department, not the only one. So we have the area of telecommunication, for example, while programming is one of the core expertise that you need to develop during the program. So whichever field you are going to choose, there will be programming as one of the areas.
I want to join this conference.
Yes, I can hear. So I see a question. Should I have a basic knowledge of programming to study on computer science? So you have a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Now, this is a question that I think you should address to the computer science, department. So I do not want to give an answer that is out of field. In general, please consider that computer science is a branch of mathematics. So
I want to join this conference. I am from electrical engineering department.
Yes, good morning. I can hear.
Yes, good morning. I want to join this conference. Will held in 3rd February for electrical engineering department. So is it possible to visit your country? I am from Bangladesh.
So I'm sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
The question is, I want to join the conference which will held on 3rd February.
So you want to join a conference in February. Which conference? I'm sorry, I do not understand which conference you would like to join. I'm not so sure. We might have a conference in February, but I might not know exactly. So we are basically running this series of webinars which describe all departments, say department by department, for all prospective students. So I guess you would like to understand how it is possible to join our department.
Yes, yes.
So in this case, I do recommend that you contact the school office and go online, where you see the description of all the departments, the faculties, the research, and
I have registered already.
Oh, you did that already. So the admission committee is the point of contact for you, because the application for international students, as well as for any other students, will go through the admission committee. You would like to apply for the master or for another program? For the master, I guess.
Master's,
right?
master.
So the master program, so you will need to apply online. The application are not opened yet. I think you contact our school staff if you need to ask other questions. When we are going to open the admission for the next year, basically it will be announced online. You will need to submit your
not this year.
Yes, you have the transcripts. Then you're going to submit your IELTS score, because the IELTS is one of the parameters for admission. And then that we are going to have an admission committee that will meet later on this year, and will interview all the students. So you will apply first, then if you will be shortlisted, you will be interviewed here or remotely, as probably it is in your case, by an admission committee. And once you will be admitted into the program, then you will be able to join the program. So basically, at this point, your contact will be the school office in order for you to, say, to gather all the documents and prepare yourself to come into Nazarbayev University.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I can see here you can find basically the bachelor in electrical and computer engineering. So these are basically the courses that you are going to take. So yes, thanks for showing it. So the question is, what kind of subjects you will learn in the school? That's a question that in general the students are going to answer, because the students are going to select their own stream, and therefore they can build up an educational program by themselves in a way that they select the stream that they would like to select. They have elective courses. You will pick up the courses from the pool of elective courses based on your own desire and your own expertise, the one that you are looking for. So as you can see, the offer of courses follows the same track. So there will be courses on power electronics, there will be courses on computer engineering, there will be courses on communication and signal processing, and there will be courses on circuits and systems. For example, if you want to develop microwaves, you will select advanced magnetics, then you will select the course of RF circuits. And if you want to study, for example, photonics, which is the area that I am teaching, you will select the courses of advanced electromagnetics as well, photonics, advanced photonics, and you are going to build up your curriculum using the elective courses. So the first part of the master will have more common courses, but even in that case, you will be free to select some elective courses. And the second half of the master, the second semester, will be mainly dedicated to elective courses. Then in the second year, you will make your thesis. So you're going to select your advisors, and you will have about 1 year of time to work on your thesis, which will be lasting for 2 semesters. So, are there more questions? So if you have questions, I still think that I have a couple of minutes more. Yes, I can give the deeper information about the school. So the School of Engineering and Digital Science, which is a school that was formed about 6 months ago, has at the moment 6 departments, which corresponds to electrical engineering and electrical and computer engineering, robotics and mechatronics, computer science, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, and chemical engineering. So electrical engineering does not mean necessarily electrotechnical. This is one of the areas, okay? The area of of circuits and system is one of the areas. So if you want to study the area of circuits and system, you are going to say to have this part covered in some of the courses. So you have the course on circuits, and then you have the courses on digital circuits and analog circuits as well. So these are the areas that are covered by that. There will be the courses of microcontrollers and programming of FPGAs. So these are the areas that we are covering, not only in terms of courses, but also in terms of research. This is one of the areas. It's not the only one. So there will be also the area of telecommunication as well. So if you are interested in this area, specifically the one related to circuits, I guess that's how you mean with electrotechnical. I think that this is one of the areas that we are covering. So we have students that are working on digital circuits, for example, and on chips, on microcontrollers. So this is one of the areas that that we are covering. So I hope that I answered most of the questions.
Professor Daniel Tosi, thank you very much for your very productive presentation. So I think it will be very helpful to our participants. So guys, if you have any other questions, please send to our setsadmissions.nu.kz. Also on Friday, we'll have general admission question and answer webinar also at 12 o'clock. So we invite you there. So now we would like to thank our professor for this webinar session. Thank you very much. So in
Thanks a lot
this,
for the
yeah,
information, and I really hope to see you soon all in our school. And if you have
yes,
more address it specifically to me, please feel free to drop me an email, daniele.tosi@enu.edu.kz. I will type it in
yeah.
the chat, so that you can also send me specific questions that you would like to address more specifically and that we might not be able to cover in this webinar. So I would like to greet you all then, and let's keep in contact.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.